Okay. Um, so I swam Greg's morning group at Yorktown, and I'm gonna be swimming at Denison University next year, so I'm really excited about that. Um, but I haven't been on the team as long as a lot of you have. This is only my second year, so I didn't grow up around everybody. But one thing I will say is that a lot of you have been so welcoming and so kind, and that's what I really love about York. I've never felt like an outsider, so thank you for that. Um, I remember my first practice was almost exactly 2 years ago. It was right after the retreat, and I'd heard so many good things. I'd seen pictures, and I was really excited to start. Um, so I arrived at Yorktown on my first practice, and I felt like the new kid at my own school, which is kind of weird. But the first person to really reach out to me was Atticus Gore, and he really made me feel like I was supposed to be there. And of course, other people followed his lead, like Carrie um, and Ellen, and I met awesome people that day. But and so those few people really stand out in my memory. But that small act that Atticus made, just by like saying hi, reaching out, being really genuine, I think that really represents the culture of this team, and it made me realize that like I was in the right place, and it was where I was supposed to be. So thank you for that. I also just wanted to share one more story um, that I thought was really funny at the time. And then a couple shout outs after that, I guess. So some of you know this as the milk story at Lock-In. So what happened was not last October, but the one before that. Um, we were at the Lock-In, and it was me, Henry Ware, and then last year's seniors, Chloe Alexander and Leah Haram. And um, I mean, at the Lock-In, there's this table with just like a plethora of snacks. Like there's candy and cookies and chips and pizza. And so Henry, Leah, Chloe, and I all noticed the Oreos, and we figured that we wanted some milk. And so since we were swimmers and it was at the Lock-In, we couldn't get out. But what we eventually ended up doing was paying Coach Michelle and having her leave to buy the milk for us and then come back. And so she came back and we got the milk in the cups and everything, and we were drinking and stuff. And then only then does Chloe actually tell us that she's lactose intolerant. Um, and so I think that and she had been behind the whole milk charade the whole time. So I think this I think this story just sort of shows and highlights the kinds of shenanigans that happen and that really make York York. And it just, when you bond like that, there's really nothing else like it. And so then last off, I wanted to give a couple shout outs. First off, to my best girls. You guys know who you are. You're all real Saturdays. Next to the NCSA team. I know we didn't get to go this year, and that sucks. But, aside from me, Brandon, Daniel, you guys will all come back next year, and you worked so hard, and that's something to be really proud of. So congratulations, you guys. Next, a special shout out to Robert. You may be an alpha in the pool, but you'll always be a beta in my heart. Next, a shout out to Henry Rare for always keeping me entertained during morning practice. Also that goes for the rest of the lane as well. So Carrie, Ellen, Maddie, and Ryan, thank you guys. Next, thank you to Coach Greg. Even though we butt heads from time to time, you are really sweet and you care so much about every single swimmer, so thank you. Next to you, Matt and Tori. NCSAs was great, and you kicked my butt every winter training. And that was great, and I loved it, so thank you both. Sorry, I didn't expect to cry. And lastly, Thank you to Bob. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't have made all these amazing friends. So thank you. That's all.